Here's a brief instructional video again about the subject of the lower thread sensor on the machine. So here you are, you're sewing along, you're embroidering along, everything's going great, and you get the dreaded message on the screen. Please check lower thread. People think there's something majorly wrong with the machine, but there's not. It's just that the lower thread sensor has detected there is no thread. In this case, I had it come on purpose because I don't even have a bobbin in there. So again, the first very basic thing to check when you get that message is, one, do you have bobbin thread? And two, do you have the bobbin rotating in the correct direction, which is counterclockwise, inside of the bobbin case? Once you know that's okay, and you want to keep going with your project without changing anything, you don't want to have to reset your material or anything, you can keep sewing with this message on the screen. Just don't press the OK right now. Just, if you want to keep going, finish up what you were doing. I don't even have any thread in the machine right now, and it won't stop as long as the message is up on the screen. When you hit OK for the message, you accept the message, you've checked everything. Once you start sewing again, that message is going to come right back up on the screen. Okay, now some have asked, how can you turn the bobbin sensor, the upper and lower thread sensors on and off? Okay, so when you're on your normal screen, you don't have to be in the service screen mode. Push this button. Takes you into an information screen. You press message and audio settings. Okay, go to the second page. And you can see right now I had the lower thread sensor turned on, so I would shut the machine off on purpose because I didn't have thread in it. And I had the upper thread sensor turned off. Just by touching this icon there with the X there, that means it's turned off. So right now the lower thread control and the upper thread control are turned off. If you know there's not a problem and you have thread, you can just turn off the lower thread control if you don't want to be bothered with it. And then you won't get that message on the screen. I would suggest leaving the upper thread control, though, turned on, because what this will tell you is if you do have a thread break on the top, or even if you do run out of bobbin thread, it will shut the machine down. And what I can show you here is I have the screw removed from the end cap of the machine. Might be hard to see because of the lighting, but there's a little wire here that the thread runs through when you thread the machine. This little wire adds tension to the thread when you're sewing, and that wire goes up and down. That is what will set off the message that your upper thread has broken. Okay, and the good reason I think to have this on is on older machines this little wire can wear through at the top and actually break. And when that little wire breaks, that's after you've had hundreds and hundreds of hours on a machine. But it also depends on how abrasive the thread is. It kind of wears a little groove in the top of the wire after hundreds of hours of sewing. If that wire were to break, it does take away the proper tension of the thread, and you will start having problems with thread breaking, thread breakage. You just know there's something wrong with the machine, but you're not sure why. And then you might get the message up on the screen that check upper thread. And that's usually a good source of the problem, is the possibility that just this little spring breaks, it really messes up the whole machine. So just because of that, I would leave the upper thread tension message turned on. But if the lower one gets to become a pain because maybe there's something wrong with your sensor, you can just turn it off if you want to. So there's some more information about the thread sensor messages on your machine. Any questions, ask, and I can post a video for you. I sell used Berninas on eBay under username Bush Video. Thanks for watching.